video may contain content parents may find unsuitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, it's Hunger again, and welcome to the failure to launch Minecraft stream. Give me a second. Today we are having a podcast, definitely not a Minecraft stream, and we'll be celebrating the New Year's Steve holiday. Definitely said that right. Let me go ahead and get the squad involved while we're waiting for this stupid thing to load. Hello. Oh, goodness. All right, we're just gonna. Oh, we're still signing into the account here. It's polynomial. Goodness. Come on, game.
Polynomial, more like
What the
polynormies.
hell, Minecraft? Can we just not? Really? We just can't.
Give it a moment.
Go back. Go back. Seriously, game.
And Happy New Year to everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
And you too, Hunger.
Yeah. Trying. Yeah, it's just,
Yep,
Yeah,
Happy New Year to
the
Minecraft
software
players.
was closed because an error occurred. Really, Mojang? An error occurred in Minecraft? Never.
Right?
And
It's
people
not
think
like it
Scarlet
ever
and
happened
Violet have
before.
tons
It's
of
not like
glitches.
it's ever happened before.
Yeah, people think Scarlet and Violet have glitches. Scarlet and Violet have an
Yeah,
excuse.
and
They just came out and they didn't get enough time in the oven. This game's been out for how many years? Seriously.
And to start this New Year's Eve, I've decided to shiny hunt Tatsugiri.
Nice. It says Minecraft undefeated. It's undefeated because nobody can get in there to beat it.
Also, can somebody fill me on what shiny the orange Tatsugiri is?
Why though? Apparently Minecraft's just a non-starter. We just don't get to play Minecraft tonight because it won't fucking load.
Well, oh, the darker red top one. Okay. That's going to be hard for me. That's going to be a little tough for me to notice.
The burnt
Like
shrimp.
a burnt shrimp, yeah. That shouldn't be too hard to identify.
Sign in.
Oh.
Honey, I waxed the copper. Ugh.
Yeah. I understand.
Oh my god. Okay, details. What is going on? Checking server status. The server is operating normally. If the problem persists, please refer to the Nintendo support website. Derp. The server is operating normally. We don't know what your problem is. It's definitely not Mojang's problem. Definitely not. It's probably Nintendo Switch just being a dickhead. Fucking.
God, that sounds like me when I'm playing with randos who don't know how to play Pokemon.
Swear to God, Mojang, seriously.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck their issue is.
Welcome to Brawlhalla.
So Brawlhalla added a new luchador character. I thought that was pretty
cool.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna try and jump in again.
What was that? What was I gonna say?
My mind reading powers aren't working. You're gonna have to figure that out on your own.
Mhm. Oh yeah. I have I have gotten a lot more mucus in my throat now, so I'm clearing my throat more than I usually do. So like,
Yep. Yep.
it's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Ugh.
Damn it! For a second, I thought I saw it.
What the fuck? Sign in with a Microsoft account. Do you want to play whatever you buy from any Minecraft store enabled system? Sign in with a free Microsoft and sync your there. Do it. You won't. Is that really what it was? Like it's going through this error bullshit garbage crap because it wants me to enable a new thing. Really? Really? They couldn't have just enabled that automatically? Like, who doesn't want that? Who's like sitting there going, no, I only want the stuff I buy to be visible on this device and never want to get it moved over to another device ever. Who wants that?
Nobody does.
Who's the guy thinking that that's a great idea? Fucking idiot.
Mojang?
Yeah, Mojang is.
Only
Oh,
Mojang,
okay. Wow.
and not anyone else, because they're stupid.
Okay, so
Uh,
I guess while we're waiting, I'll go over what my condition has been today.
not great. I'm assuming.
So I woke up, called my sister. She was like, "Hey, why don't you come into work around 11:30? You can help us get tournaments set up, and then you can go home." And I was like, "Cool." So I did that. And anyway, after a while, uh, or after I got back home, I decided, you know what sounds really good right now? A nap. So I took a nap. Woke up about an hour later, and I was like, you know what sounds really good right now? A nap. So I took another nap. Woke up about an hour later. Said, you know what sounds really good right now? A nap. So I've been
And so you
sleeping
basically slept the whole day.
most of the day. Anyway, so before the stream, I tried to eat some chicken noodle soup and some ramen. Uh, and so right now, my stomach is in this weird place where it feels like I'm like super hungry and also could never eat another thing ever. You know,
Oh, that's not good.
so yeah. And anyway, so and also
That's might that might sound like you're coming down to like a virus.
all right. Also, I may have a case of the poopies as well, so I may have to get up and
Oh,
use the bathroom a few times here. So
that's just as worse.
yeah. So anyway, really, Minecraft, really, this is what we're doing now. Like this is.
This is the exact same issue I've had with Minecraft.
Uh,
Like several streams ago,
I really just like. Can Mojang just die in a fire? Like,
right?
or like whoever's making all these stupid changes to Minecraft that make it not work, could they just stop? Like, that'd be really great. Anyway, I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Right. Server in New Year's vacation. How much sand power do I have left? 13 minutes. Uh, seriously, man, I only care about the orange Tatsugiri shiny. Nice, Hugo. Uh, motherfucker.
Okay, that was annoying. All right. Oh, look at that. Watch, it's gonna load it up as Steve or Alex, and not load my costume because it's an asshole.
Yeah. Usually, how I went out of my way to deal with that is reset the game several times.
I know. But yeah.
Like Mojang, I don't want to play as your fucking Minecraft mascot. Okay.
All right. All right, download and join. Let's see what it looks like once we get in there.
I just want to play as Monica in Minecraft. Okay.
Monica.
Right.
Hey, Monica. Hey, Monica. All right. Oh, hey.
Motherfucker. Stop
That's
chasing me.
December anyway. Yay. All right, we did it. We did it, everybody. Good job. All right.
Cool.
Oh, jeez. Lost Evolution. Yay. Oh. Oh, God. What a pain in the butt, though. So,
Yeah.
what an auspicious start to this stream. 15 minutes of dicking around with the fucking inner UI to get it to fucking finally load. There. Oh my god. Bruh. Bruh. Wait. Hey, what's up, my guy? Look at this little guy just oxidizing out here.
Oh, Copper Golem.
Oh,
First bundle joy in Minecraft.
right. Perfect.
Autistic screeching.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Hugo just sitting there popping shinies left and right.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I'm over here getting none.
Another 15 minutes, another shiny for Hugo.
He was generous enough to give me one of his shiny Slowpokes, though.
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
I can't rename him because he's from Spain, but you know.
well, you know, he is from a Spain. Oh, God.
Wait.
Okay.
No, that's not it.
Oh. Goodness. Oh.
Well, no, it's because it said it's from... yeah, he's from Spain. If he was from... If it was an ENG Slowpoke, I would rename him once, but nope.
Right. Oh.
It won't allow me if it's from a different country.
Happens, unfortunately. Alright. So let's,
Kind of the same situation they went for in Sword and Shield.
Right. So, in the absence of anything better to do...
It's fine, Hugo.
Say is in the absence of anything better to do, I figured I would use YouTube's Wayback Machine and check out kind of what I've been up to over the past year. You know, I thought that would be cool. All right.
That's fun.
So let's see. I got confused there for a second. It was June and I thought it was January. Alright. Here we go. January stuff. Alright. Okay. So the first stream of the New Year last year was a Super Robot Wars 30 live stream.
Uh-huh.
Let's see here. Because we were still playing that at that point. I think I had started playing that. Was that the first one? I'm looking here. Oh no, I did one on Christmas too, so I think I started playing that on Christmas, so it wasn't, so I played most of that this year. So, anyway, so then we had the New Year's Lunala hunt. You know, can we start the new year with a shiny? Well, it was technically a Necrozma hunt, but after a while, we found the Necrozma and we switched to Lunala, and here we are.
Yeah, on January the 1st.
Yeah, well, technically it aired January the 2nd, but who's counting? Anyway.
Oh, yeah, right.
So, alright, anyway, I think it might have started airing on January 1st. No, it didn't start on, because I think Super Robot Wars started on January 1st and then bled into January 2nd, and then we did the Lunala raids earlier. So, anyway, but it was January 2nd. So, yeah. So we're moving on to our Lunalaversary next time. Anyway.
We're doing that on Sunday, yeah?
Yeah. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. My public service announcement about not buying Minecoin. Or Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Bravely Default 2. Let's see. So, Disgaea 5 complete. Bravely Default 2. Yeah, we still need to finish that. Pokemon Legends Arceus. So.
Oh, yeah, Arceus.
Yeah, that was the thing.
The pain in the dick game.
All right. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, let's see. More Arceus. Oh, Brawlhalla. That was when they added Arcadia, and I went back to Brawlhalla to check her out. I think that was the only Brawlhalla stream I did last year. Let's see. Puyo Puyo Tetris. Grief.
And then, like, who knows how many parts.
Alright. Monster Rancher, yep. That was the thing. Triangle strategy.
Yeah, never again.
Yeah, right. It's that made me mad. Like, oh, if you want the ending that doesn't suck a cock, you have to do this specific game sequence, so we're gonna make it seem like you have a ton of freedom, but really, all these other endings are shit, and and so you really want just the one path, Hope you're playing with a guide the whole time.
Right.
Piss me right the fuck off. More Monster Rancher. Still Shiny Hunting Lunala. Sky a 4 complete plus. Oh my gosh. All of this. Omega Labyrinth Life. Getting copyright claimed on the first stream because of the opening theme. Limited ad suitability. Man. Just sitting there. This is kind of fun. If I had all the time in the world, I would have edited together a montage of all the stuff that we did last year, but that would be a freaking lot of work. Oh, Digimon Survive, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Wait.
Good grief. Oh.
No.
More Digimon stuff. More Disguise stuff. Smash.
God fucking damn it.
All of the Smash.
I'm about to smash the sushi in the head.
Oh no. Not the sushi shop.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Pokemon Scarlet. Man. That's just crazy. Like I said, just looking back at all that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Rhapsody we started recently, so yeah. That's been fun. Oh, man.
Digimon Survive streams were fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a hell of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. But yeah. Let's see. What else is going on? In celebrities who fucking died news, Barbara Walters. Finally fucking died. Like I say finally, not because I was waiting for her to die, but she was really freaking old. She died at 92, something like that.
Wow.
So it's she got her time in. It's about time.
Fuck, what am I doing back here?
Oh,
I thought I
Story
saved at that beach over there.
oh my gosh. But yeah, so. Anyway, so that was our quick look back. It only took like 15 minutes. And basically just amounted to me reading off the names of things that I played last year. So, you know, things.
Well,
Oh.
the outbreak dispersed. Amazing.
Oh my god, you dispersed an outbreak. That's terrible. How dare
Fucking
that
hell, man.
disperse? You
Nope, no
undispersed that
Chinese
outbreak
sushi for
right
me.
in
That's
its
too
instant.
much. I can always try again when the outbreak
Chinese
comes
sushi
back.
curry.
Yep.
Tatsu.
Alright, well, you know what?
Huh.
Yeah, but there weren't many Velouzas over there because I had the dragon sandwich power.
Ah.
The sushi outbreak was just in the water right next to some land. That's it.
Okay.
I'll always try again later. It's fine.
Interesting. Alright. So. Curly form. Oh, really? Motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah. But I usually only time skip for the new raid dens.
Alright.
I mean, if I see an outbreak of a mon that I want as a shiny, then I'll go get it. But
Interesting. Okay. So. You know, with that name, Tatsugiri, I thought that would just be the Japanese name, but apparently the Japanese name is Siari Tatsu.
okay.
So, Siari Tatsu is shari, which is sushi rice, like the rice that's used in sushi, and tatsu, it ostensibly means like stand up, but in this particular case, it means dragon. So it's the sushi rice dragon.
Sushi rice, right?
Yeah, which is kind of funny. For the U.S. version, they used tatsugiri, which I suppose the giri may have been meant to invoke the word onigiri, which is a rice ball.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. Because giri can also mean a type of cut. So. Rice ball dragon. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's interesting. I like learning more about like where Pokemon's names and whatnot come from.
Yeah, me too.
Why do I have tropical fish on me? Did this?
I know one of the different foreign languages for Spritzy's name is a Flevizin. That's kind of like the only one I've known.
Yeah, like, it's funny because some of the foreign names, like, other than the Japanese names for some of these things are freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
Flevizin sounds fancy for Spritzy.
yeah. Well, like, for example, the French name for Psyduck is Psycho Quack.
Quack.
And it's like, that is just amazing. Yeah, I'll pronounce the Japanese name being Blackie. Yikes.
Blackie.
But yeah, so...
Being intentional.
So Cinderace, Cinderace's French name is Pyroboot.
Of course, makes sense.
Yeah. So. Oh man. Korean, it's called Aceburn, which
Burn.
The Japanese is called Aceburn too, but it's meant to be a pun on because the way they pronounce burn is pronounced with like a long A, like bun, you know. So it's also meant to be a play on the word bunny. So yeah, that's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Good God, some of these names. But yeah. Lechonk being intentional. Yeah. Lizardon, yeah. Nice powerful Lizardon.
Yep.
I'm so glad we got ours changed to Charizard. Like, that was a good change.
Yep.
Oh. Oh. Jeez. Man. Oh, my back. Good grief. Oh. But yeah, I think one of the more interesting names in Pokemon is the Nidoran.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nidoran is a pun in like several different ways. So, Ran is the Japanese word for the flower known as the orchid over here. And orchids tend to come in two colors, a kind of pink color and like a bluish purple color. So they come in two different colors. And the first part of the name Nido, you can read that as needle, like, you know, like because it has like pointy little spikes all over it, and, you know, needles. But you can also read it as Nido, which is two ways. So Nidoran is orchids two ways. So each one has one of the colors associated with orchids, and that's why their shiny forms just flip their colors around. So
Except Nidoqueen's is green.
yeah, Nidoqueen breaks the trend, but like I said, Nidoran is the one that's orchids two ways. The Nidorino and Nidorina technically don't have the orchid part in their name, and Nidoking and Nidoqueen obviously don't either.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought that was an interesting thing right there. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I always like it when they just don't leave when they just don't mess with a Pokemon's name at all. Just leave it the way it was.
Yeah.
You know, it's really nice. Like, I get why they change things, you know, to make them more obvious for Westerners, but, you know, it's still nice when they just don't mess with things. You know, except in the case of Lizardon, they were absolutely right to change that name to Charizard.
Yeah.
Good. It's a good change. It's a good change. Yeah, it's like that scene in Robin Hood Men in Tights. He's like, wait, you changed your name to Latrine? And she's like, yeah, it used to be Shithouse. And she's like, you know, it's a good change. It's a good change. Yeah. Lizards don't fly. Sure they do. Sure they do. There's actually a lizard that has the little membranes in between its front and back legs, and it glides.
Oh, yeah.
So, here we go. They're called dragon lizards, which is hilarious. Anyway. Alright, let's see here.
Hold on, I'm gonna check the news.
Oh, dang.
God, I'm hearing fireworks outside,
Yeah.
and I always think it's lightning for some reason.
Gliding isn't flying, it's falling with style. Yes, that's true. But,
That's...
you know. I'm just saying. Alright, there we go. Alright, you can't tell me that that's not majestic as fuck.
Yeah. There actually is a...
He's asserting his dominance.
There actually is a lizard-looking character that resembles a creature like that in Mario Odyssey.
Uh-huh. He looks like he's showing his dick to somebody.
Yep. He's just unbuttoning his pants.
Behold!
He's unbuttoning his pants and revealing his cock.
So fucking great. How majestic.
Yeah.
Fucking trenchcoat lizard over here. Oh, damn, that's funny.
Yeah.
Showing his guts to someone, yeah.
Was
I
that?
have guts.
I mean, heyo.
How's it going? Oh,
It's
you
going.
missed the lizard. Alright.
Oh, I just saw it. I
You
was
saw
logging
it.
in.
Okay, good.
Mm.
Oh,
How have you been?
Oh.
How have you
Have I?
been?
Oh, I drove way out into the middle of nowhere just for the fun of it.
Oh, cool.
Dang.
And I don't mean literally nowhere. There is a small town called Nowhere in Oklahoma, home of the Hanson Boys from that annoying Mbop song of the 90s.
You mean
But,
Lola Doug Trio? Anyway.
No idea what you're talking about there.
Although the Doug Trio has like these long flowing blonde locks on the characters that everybody's like, they look like
The Owendo Trio.
yeah,
Oh, so they look like the Hanson Boys?
yeah, like the,
Yep.
Anyway,
Gotcha.
yeah, people were nicknaming them Hanson and whatnot at the time.
Gotcha. So yeah, there's this this franchise of mom and pop video game resale shops that used to be pretty common around our metro area, but now have become as rare as rocking horse manure.
Uh-huh.
And there's one of them in Shawnee, one of them in Ada, and there's a couple of others that are even farther the heck the way out there.
Yeah.
And so I decided to visit. I'd been visiting one of them in Shawnee, and I figured, well, their selection kind of sucks. Maybe they're an anomaly.
Uh-huh.
And I check out the one in Ada, which is like an hour and a half drive away. And yeah, the game exchange their selection also sucks because it seems that they specifically target areas that don't have, well, basically they're middle of nowhere towns
Right.
that they tend not to have a Walmart there and don't want one,
Yeah.
and for good reason. I totally understand. And
Right. So
thus,
basically, they target the never Walmart towns and the freaking places that don't have GameStops and stuff like that.
right. So, and people will apparently either shop only at those places, which they'd have to be silly if they don't have a car and can't get to a GameStop or a Walmart to buy stuff, and they can't find decent retro games, in stores. They will use. It seems to me that they dump all of their games that even GameStop won't buy at game exchanges, and every once in a great while they'll find something new or rare at the game exchanges and buy the stuff there with their credit. Because I went there, actually it's like two game exchanges now I've counted that have like, you'll see like 20 copies of Halo 3 and like 10 copies of every year's sports game on PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and it's like they don't seem to have a cap on how many copies of junk games that they will carry in store.
Right.
I mean, at first
we
it
need
looks
every copy of Super Mario Brothers 3 we can get our hands on.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, of course, Super Mario 3 is going to be in relatively short supply because despite it being printed ad nauseum and selling ad nauseum, everybody's nostalgic about that one. Super Mario Brothers 2, on the other hand, due to a chip shortage that happened during its production run, it and Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link are a little bit more sought after and expensive.
I just remember back when we had a game exchange in town, they had just literally like a bin just full of copies of Super Mario Brothers 3, and they're like, we don't want any more. We don't want anybody's copies of Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yep, that was the budget bin.
Yep.
But oddly enough, I did find a game that I wanted to have both versions of, and a Justice League Superman figure. Has a little standee and a lenticular card that sticks to the back of it.
All right.
I already have one figure of that line. It's Martian Manhunter.
Oh, okay.
I really only want Batman from that line, but at that point, it's like, if I stumble upon Wonder Woman, Hawk Girl, Green Lantern, and the Flash over the next few years in the same fashion, then I'll spell out Justice League with the little placards they all stand on.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, waiting for them to do a movie where they reassign Martian Manhunter's gender and make him a cougar.
Yeah.
Funny. She's just a desperate housewife. Oh, man.
Well, it's just as plausible that they'd make him focus on cat-like forms instead. Just as plausible.
Right. I don't know. It's just funny. Oh, feel so bad right now.
Oh, I was about to ask. I hope you're feeling a lot better than
Yeah.
last night, but apparently not.
I'm feeling a little better than last night. Like, I woke up early this morning and hacked up a gob of phlegm, and I was like, oh, that's progress, because like I've been coughing like all day yesterday and hadn't hacked up anything, you know. And, like,
Yeah, I woke up. I woke up with a whole bunch of mucus in my throat, and I've been starting to clear my throat more than I usually do.
Yeah, and it felt like there was. Less.
Case in point.
Felt like there wasn't as much sick down in my lungs as So, like I said.
Yeah, even though I don't have my raspy throatiness as I did like a week ago, I'm still feeling like I'm clearing my throat more than I usually.
Yeah. So yeah, Anyway.
These symptoms, man, I swear.
So yeah, this is just a great time of year to come across these symptoms, especially when we need to do our inventory up at the store, you know, and we've only allotted ourselves 3 days for that, you know. It's really great. Anyway, so hopefully...
Yeah, the store I work in, the storage over there is like completely filled. Like, there's hardly any space to walk through there anymore.
Yeah, we, luckily she stopped ordering things for the end of the year, but we had all these companies trying to clear their warehouses out before the end of the year for tax purposes, so they just shit a whole bunch of items all over us all at once, like...
Yeah.
Looking at you, Bandai. Like, she sat there, she was ordering model kits for literally months on end, and they just weren't sending anything. And then, like, a couple days before the end of the year, this shipment shows up. It's like 8 boxes of fucking Bandai shit, and it's mostly model kits. And we're just like, what the fuck? You know?
Damn.
And, you know, there just wasn't enough room for all of it. We put, like, 2 of every kit out on the shelf, like, sideways, you know? We shined them up real nice. Turned them sideways. Anyway. But yeah. It was something. Like, but yeah, it was just Bandai being Bandai, you know, just irritating the shit out of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Don't
get me wrong, the model kit fans have been appreciative of it. They're like coming in and buying the shit out of model kits. You know, got some of them leaving with 2 or 3 kits.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to see. Yeah.
And then we did a sale on manga and
Nice.
And on Pokemon cards after Christmas. Got rid of a whole bunch of that shit. Still have more than we'll ever be able to sell. So, you know, I say that, but manga sells out so fast there, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of manga, does Heather have to pay taxes on items that are sitting there from an order? Like my order, for example?
Special orders, yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, like, it's something where if the item is on consignment, that's a different story. She doesn't have to pay taxes on those, but if the item is they're on special order for somebody, then yeah, they get counted right along with the rest of inventory.
Oops.
So, it's okay. But yeah, so... but yeah, we finally got all of our new release manga out on the shelf, which is good, because there was a point where we didn't have any space to fit them all. So finally got that to work out. So yeah, it's been a thing. Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Not a whole lot of gameplay going on in this feed.
Yeah, there's really not. I've just been kind of talking the whole time. Like, it's almost like it's a podcast. I don't know. Like, I spent the first 15 minutes of the stream trying to get the damn thing to load because apparently they added a new feature, and if you don't enable it, it's, oh, you gotta create a temporary account and blah, blah, blah. Like,
Who the fuck wants to do that?
yeah. Basically, it starts up, and then it says, oh, there was an error. And then it sits there without, like, loading anything, and then it's like, and then you go to start the thing up, and then it's like, oh, do you want to link your Minecraft shop on the Nintendo Switch to your Minecraft account and have access to everything you buy here on all of the platforms you play Minecraft on? And it's like,
Yeah.
duh. Why is this even a question? You know?
Right.
Like, but like, I thought they were trying to get me to like pay for something, so I like tried to exit out, and they were like, "Oh, do you want to create a new temporary account?" And we're like, "No." What? So anyway, I ended up spending like 15 minutes before I figured out what the fuck was going on. I got the damn thing to load. It was a pain in the butt.
I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom.
Okay. Go forth and use the bathroom. Alright. But yeah. Anyway, I've spent most of the day napping. You know. And in that regard, it was kind of a great day.
Cool. Hey, that's kind of what I was doing yesterday.
Yeah.
Hardly, just about nothing would have gotten me out of the house yesterday.
Yeah.
Which then, of course, transmutated into my really bad case of cabin fever today.
Yeah. Like, basically, I finished streaming last night, got to bed before midnight, slept, like, and my sleeping was kind of, like, intermittent last night. I would, like, sleep for an hour, wake up, sleep for an hour, wake up, that type of thing. But, anyway, and then, you know, got up and went to work today, and then she sent me home, because, you know, basically she just wanted me to just be there to help with tournaments and whatnot, because she was decided to start, like, all the tournaments at noon.
That's
So-
crazy. I drove past there at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. It looked like the place was closed.
Yeah, we closed at 4.
Ah,
So that's why we started all the tournaments at noon. We're like, okay, we'll do tournaments, but they're gonna be at noon.
I see.
So anyway, we did that. It was nice. But anyway, I got to leave after the tournament started up, so I was only there for about half an hour, maybe a little more, give or take. So that was a thing. And then I got home and I was like, you know what sounds really good right now? A nap. So I took a nap, woke up about an hour later, and I was like, you know what sounds really good right now? A nap. So I took another nap. And this pattern continued until about a little before 6 o'clock. And I was going to try and take another nap, but I was starting to like kind of toss and turn, and you know, things were like, I wasn't going like straight to sleep, so I was like, okay, I'll just like stay awake and do things. So what a massive pain.
So yeah, I had a bit of a stroke of luck today. Aside from the Superman figure I found,
Okay.
there's a Big Lots like right next to the Game Exchange, and there's these 40-ounce drinking cups. They're like metal tins, and I decided I want to get a full set of 4 of them to replace my fake masonry jar cups,
Yeah.
as those suckers are quite prone to breakage when they have a terminal velocity encounter with my hard tile floor. These suckers, they'll have a nice little ding in them at most. They'll still be usable.
Nice. But yeah,
So I found
exchange in the same shopping center as a Big Lots, you don't say.
yeah.
Oh man.
So I cruise through the aisles there, and I found 2 of them in Norman, and then I found another one at the Big Lots and More, and then I was like, I wonder where I'm gonna find a 4th one. And just so happened to be they had one more left at that Big Lots. The really odd thing was I saw a that Mighty plushie I got you.
Yeah.
I saw one just randomly discarded on a stack of other toys at this Big Lots. I was like, wait, do they have more of them? Looked high and low, couldn't find anything else.
Wow.
My picture frames for 0 and X came in.
Thanks.
I
I
was-
pride myself on my interest in gameplay. It's almost like it's a podcast stream.
Sarcasm is coming in quite clearly, Elisaline.
Oh man.
El Salihin.
Oh well, whatever. Yeah. This is peak Minecraft gameplay. Much podcast, very.
I'll just call you Elsa from here on out.
Elsa. Oh. Trying to boost the stream. No, it's okay. I appreciate it. I appreciate the boosting. Booshed. What is this? Somebody put a thing there. Oh, banners.
Oh wait, there's a like button. I think I'll click it.
Oh, snap. I didn't know I put one of those there.
Yay, the Earth rotated around the sun successfully without going supernova.
Caps lock is here! Yay! I feel so terrible right now. I really do. Alright.
We're in the central. We're in the central zone, so it hasn't hit us yet.
Yeah, it's not time.
Oh, the Earth can't be flat because my cat would have knocked everything off of it by now.
Right. Yeah, facts. Oh. You know.
Or at least that's what he would be doing if he wasn't busy using my body as a pillow.
Oh dang. Have you seen the Earth-chan, it's basically an anime character that's like Earth is a girl. It's like, she ain't flat. She got some big old cans. Oh, jeez.
Actually, from what I hear, the Earth is an oblate spheroid,
All right.
meaning it has a slight bulge around the middle, just like your average American
Average
middle-aged
girly.
man.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, God. I don't know. The thing is, people figured out that the Earth was around way, way before we were going into space and, like, looking at it from there. Like, this isn't some sort of massive conspiracy theory. Like, it's just... But some people... They just believe what they want to believe, you know. And anybody who says any different is the enemy. Don't listen to them. Yay, coal! Rounded, flat working models. So here's the thing. Because of what we know about gravity, we know the Earth isn't flat, just because if it were, then the closer you got to the edge of the disk-like world, the more slanted the trees would get. Because gravity would be pulling them in towards the center of the disk, and not straight down. Like, the only way the whole flat Earth model that has the trees standing straight up works is if there's something else underneath it giving it more gravity. You know, gravity is a theory. It works really well in the round Earth model. No, gravity is not just a theory. We've observed it in the universe, in other places besides the Earth. For example, we know that there are some distortions in space that are so dense that they even bend light with the gravity that they exert. So gravity is pretty much a confirmed thing. Seal bouncy balls.
What?
Oh man.
Maybe he means created to sell bouncy balls?
To sell bouncy balls? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they're trying to seal the way. Sell. Oh man. Pressed E too many times. You know what caused you to press E too many times? Gravity. Yeah. Well, like I said, there were scientists that had figured out pretty much how big the Earth was, just based on looking at the curvature of it. And this was back, like I said, before we had world maps, before we had globes, before we had any of that shit. Columbus, like, people didn't think Columbus was right, because Columbus didn't think the Earth was round. He thought it was like eggplant shaped. He thought that everybody else was wrong, and that the Earth was really much smaller than all these scientists and whatnot said it was, so that he could just sail for a couple weeks out west, and he would eventually run into India. So Columbus didn't prove that the Earth was round so much as he found, because most people at the time thought that it was round. They just thought that there wasn't anything out there, and that if they kept going, then they would just run out of food and supplies and just die. So Columbus's voyage didn't really do so much to prove that the world was round, because, like I said, everybody already kind of knew that, as it did convince everybody that there was more out there than what they thought. Oh man, this ain't good. I fell down. All right. Oh man.
I got disconnected for a second.
You got disconnected. Oh.
Yep.
I'm gonna teleport him here. Teleport me to him. There we go. Okay. Oh shit! He was on the edge of something.
Okay, I'm back.
Uh.
Oh, I had to sit in the bathroom and blow my nose because that snot would not come out.
Oh. Okay. Cool. I teleported myself to you and then promptly fell.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. That was a thing.
Hello, new person in the chat.
Right.
Ah, great.
Yeah, that's actually what the guys who put together Loose Change were doing.
Also, there's only room in this chat for one Victor Sage impersonator, and that's me.
Well, anyway.
So don't get too heavy into the conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah, well.
He's not wrong.
Anyway. But,
I think we had enough of that last week to go
yeah,
for
there
a
was kind of a lot
good while.
A lot of stuff last week that happened. Ow. Oh god. It hurts.
I think we have room for another pithy commenter, though.
Yeah, well.
It's PITH, by the way.
Oh god, it hurts. Ah! Alright.
I'm not known for cursing a whole lot,
Alright.
not nearly as much as hunger, to say the least.
Uh-huh.
But yesterday I let out a full-fledged nuclear F-bomb
Mm,
right in front of GameStop.
With
Nice.
swords in your offhand with commands? No dictionary bot. Right. We cater to a smarter customer.
Yeah.
Imagine having a dictionary for your chat so that they can figure out words that you're saying.
I got sent to the boss's office for throwing an F-bomb.
Dang.
One time.
So, I was with Hunger and I's mutual buddy, James, and he was shopping at GameStop for clearance items. He got his mom a t-shirt as a late Christmas gift. And while he was shopping for that, I was getting myself a PlayStation gift card and a renewal card for my Nintendo Switch Online, because it's going to run out in a month. And I figured, oh wait, James's subscription is going to run out soon too. So I got a second renewal card for that, and I waited until we were outside the store, and I suddenly sprung it on him. I said, "Happy birthday bonus!"
Yeah.
Because he's born on January 1st.
Oh, how funny.
Nice.
So, yeah. And he was Canada's first baby the year he was born.
Oh, funny. Oh, Canada.
Anyhow, he says, "Oh, I already renewed last week."
Oh, no.
And the word that came out of my mouth so loud it could have probably given an ostrich a heart attack had nothing to do with fudge.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
The hard fucker.
Yeah.
Alright.
But it's coming to a good new home anyways, so.
Siege unleashing the fuck word? Crazy.
Yeah. It happens once in a great while.
Yep.
No, not the first baby ever born in Canada. Every year, there's a thing at pretty much every hospital for whoever has the first baby. They give them like a care package with like diapers and shit. I had a friend who got that with their daughter. It was she was born on January 2nd. So like I said, it's but Canada with its low population and everything, if you're born on January 1st, you got a pretty good shot at it.
Yeah.
So. Also, automatic goat sacrificer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Stop trying to save the goats from the sacrificer. They will die
No,
on
I'm
their own.
killing them as they're burning. That's sacrificing them further.
Sacrifice them faster. It alleviates their suffering.
Yep. Wait.
Yes, it was a short and very loud fudge, like a shotgun going off. In fact, I think I heard it echo off of the nearby Crest supermarket that was a few blocks over.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, watching goats die. Yes.
May all
Why goats?
goats be forgot because they're annoying. They
Okay.
literally have no purpose or function in this game.
I mean, just ramming your ass in.
Yeah. When they first added them, they were just spawning in the middle of the castle, and then they would just for no reason, they would just fucking run at you and headbutt your ass.
They jump high and they ram into you.
Yeah. So anyway.
So they're not being sacrificed to atone for anyone's sins or anything. They're just being sacrificed because it's fun to watch them
God,
burn.
They're
yeah.
being sacrificed to atone for their own sins. Anyway. So.
The sins
Yeah,
of existing.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so we set this up, and originally it was just teleporting goats that were nearby, so that it was getting them out of the castle and sending them here. But eventually they fixed it to where goats wouldn't spawn in places like the castle. Really, Hugo, really. Anyway. So now the zebra sacrificer just automatically spawns a goat on top of it, and it sits there and burns to death like every few seconds.
For fuck's sake, Hugo. When is your shiny luck going to end?
Hugo can't. Zayton, yeah, there you go. But yeah, so. So here we are. Anyway.
I mean, I refer to the real one as Stan anyway.
Stan, yeah. Oh,
I mean, isn't he the one that the Griffins worship anyway?
I don't know, maybe.
Dude, that's like one of very few Family Guy references I can make. You don't pick up on it?
No.
I feel ashamed for you.
I know, it's terrible.
You need to like watch every box set of
I've watched
every one of those box sets I gave you.
Yeah, I know. I probably do need to. Here comes the aeroplane, Stewie. Damn you, damn broccoli, and damn the Wright brothers! Does the goat sacrifice happen if no one sees it? Oh, that's like philosophical shit right there. And Solus is on fire.
I need to distinguish myself.
I actually think because of the way Minecraft works, no, it doesn't. Because if there's no one around to see it, it's supposed to only summon screaming goats. So, because if no one is nearby, is close enough to see it, the chunk won't load in. So the goat summoning will stop until someone is close by enough to see it. So yeah. So yes, in Minecraft, yes, the goat sacrifice does not happen if no one is there to see it. Just because of the way that Minecraft's mechanics work.
But I still see no goats out here, out in the wild.
Yes.
Because they're all warped here.
I don't know, maybe. It's not warping them and spawning them, right? Because we stopped having them spawn nearby. Anyway.
Yeah, but even when I'm in like a faraway area, like very, very far away from the castle, it doesn't spawn. They don't spawn.
Right. Yeah, there's only certain areas that goats can spawn in, though. Like, they changed the spawn conditions to where they only spawn in certain areas, like super high mountains and shit. So, anyway. But I'm okay with there not being a lot of goats.
I am producing goats with or not goats, llamas with rockets.
Llama rockets.
And look, there's one in the water.
Amazing. Nice powerful llama rockets.
Get the fuck out. Who the fuck? Oh. There.
Oh, goodness. Somebody's got some static.
Me?
Maybe, I don't know. It sounded like a fuse for a second there. Like somebody was set up some dynamite. It's gone now.
I don't get why whenever I fly with my rockets, it just spawns white llamas for some reason.
Because Cap set up the certain types of fireworks to spawn llamas. Just because he could.
So, Hunger, are you much of an Ultraman fan or just a Super Sentai?
I like Super Sentai more. There's certain things about Ultraman that I do like.
Sword! Where's my sword?
The reason I ask is because took Jim and his mom on Christmas to see the new Puss in Boots movie, which, by the way, is pretty darn good. There was a Fathom Events trailer for a new Ultraman movie.
Oh.
Huh.
That's pretty nice.
And it looked like a hard pass for me, but
Yeah.
made me think of you.
Right. Ultraman can be really good if it's done right. But if the adaptation is being done over here, I don't have a lot of confidence in them doing it right.
Oh no, it was a Fathom Events, which means it was going to be streamed. Yeah, it was a Japanese production and streamed with subtitles.
Cool. Anyway, Andrew Tate, I fortunately do not really know who that is. I haven't been following the news the last couple days. So yeah.
I don't know who that is.
I have mixed feelings about it.
So yeah.
Because to some, or even to many, he's a model of masculinity, and in certain points, he's a model of chauvinism also. But the fact that he was immature enough to have to get into a middle school style back and forth with Greta Thunberg, it just makes me face palm so hard I almost leave marks on my face. As far as the allegations go, that's some pretty deep stuff. I mean, this isn't just, he's a... He's not just a mean misogynist and doesn't just get a accusation of improper conduct. No, he's in there for even more vile things you probably can't speak about openly on this channel without it getting demonetized.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so I'll if I remember, I'll look into it and try to formulate an opinion. I try not to just spout off at the shoot from the hip without all the information. So,
RICO. Trying to remember what that stands for.
So RICO is a type of conspiracy offense that is commonly referenced in legal terms, but almost never actually used. There's an old saying in the legal profession, it's never RICO, because, like...
What does the acronym stand for?
Oh, gosh. It's, God, I want to say the C is conspiracy, but, like... Here, let me pull it up. I don't want to give the wrong definition. RICO...
I'm sure it has nothing to do with Suave either.
Yeah.
No, Rico Suave.
So, what is the meaning of RICO? Racketeer influenced and corrupt organizations. So,
that's
to violate
pretty
RICO,
close.
Let me go into this. It says to violate RICO, a person must engage in a pattern of racketeering activity connected to an enterprise. The law defines 35 offenses as constituting racketeering, including gambling, murder, kidnapping, arson, drug dealing, bribery. Significantly, mail and wire fraud are included on the list. So the thing is though, is that in order for it to be RICO, there has to be an organization involved. So, like the racketeering part means that it's not. So, racketeering is a type of organized crime in which the perpetrator set up a coercive, fraudulent, extortionary, or otherwise illegal coordinated scheme or operation to repeatedly or consistently collect a profit. So,
Okay, yeah, it... Elsa was pretty much right. It is darn near that, but not quite. It's worse.
Yeah, because, like I said, the thing with RICO is what usually ends up making it not a RICO charge is that it's just the person doing it by themselves. Like, you can't charge a single person with racketeering. There has to be, like, an organizational thing going on. So, typically, other offenses tend to fill in for RICO offenses. The whole RICO thing was really targeted at the mob. It was trying to add extra layers of criminality to organized crime so that they could get the bosses who weren't getting their hands dirty. That was the whole point of RICO laws in the first place, But like I said, because of the loss of the mafia's influence in more modern times, RICO is hardly ever brought to bear any longer. Although there have been some talks lately of a certain former president being charged in a RICO thing, but again, generally when you hear an amateur legal analyst saying RICO, you take it with a grain of salt because, like I said, there's that old saying in the legal world: it's never RICO. So,
Right.
you know. So anyway. Yeah. So, like I said, if it's something where RICO is kind of a specific category that, like I said, is hardly ever used in legal profession. But like I said, that's why lawyers get so excited when something like that comes along that could potentially be RICO.
So they can, break the old saying down a little bit.
Right, exactly. They, it's something that legal analysts get excited about because, like I said, they see so many, quote unquote RICO cases that are just not, that are just not RICO. So, oh, look, it's an axolotl. Oh, you are precious. Oh, cool, you killed a salmon. Good boy. All right. Anyway. That salmon was just flopping around, and the axolotl comes up, and he's like, "I grant you mercy." Yeah, it's something where, like I said, if it is RICO, because the thing is, RICO, unfortunately, because it is so narrowly defined, is tough to get a conviction for. So most district attorneys, even if they have a decent chance at a RICO charge, they will opt for lesser charges anyway. So prosecutor, even though they have an opportunity to charge for RICO, they may choose to go with a charge that's safer, that's a little easier to convict on. So, we see that a lot in various legal cases, especially criminal cases, where let's say in a murder case, there are prosecutors who instead of doing like a plea bargain or whatever, they will just opt for the lesser charge of manslaughter instead because it'd be easier to prove because they don't have the evidence that the guy planned it.
At the expense of risking putting on the blue fedora and trench coat again tonight, I hope that it's not just a political hit job against him because of his little tiff with the world's darling little climate activist. And that, if he's been arrested, it's for something real. And that there's more than an orgy of evidence not planted, and that it's legit.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, this is another escalation in the war on masculinity.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
it's like not only.
Go ahead.
Because to me, it's like not only do they, ostracize you from society and silence you from social media platforms, and if they can't accuse you of something moderately heinous, they're going to accuse you of things that are like 100 times worse.
Right.
But anyway.
Imagine facing jail time for having a penis.
Right.
It's darn near what it's turning into.
Well, like I said, it's something where I really can't weigh in right now. I haven't heard anything about this one. I've been kind of purposely blacking out on news the last few days because I just don't want to deal with it right now.
Right. So at this point, I will
all the
follow
videos. They're like, "Oh, major developments," and then it's like one little thing that's like not really great at all. Like
it's that 24-hour news addiction.
Right. All the clickbaity news videos.
You're wasting everyone's time by making a big deal out of something on the news.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I'll assist you in your happiness by leaving you ignorant
yeah. Well, like
for
I
the
said,
time being.
I'll probably figure out what's going on with it later. It's just like I said, for right now, ignorance is bliss, and I'm happy. So.
Yep.
But yeah. Been trending for a few months. Yeah,
Oh, it's not in the circles that hunger usually hovers around.
Yeah. Like if he hasn't been made into a meme yet, probably kind of ignorant of him. Yeah.
It's not like I'm.
He's gonna be a nihilist. Yeah.
It's not like I'm necessarily in the Manoverse or wherever the circles are that Mr. Tate, floats around in. I just watch a whole lot of random YouTube shorts from I have a horrible habit of watching. I'll click into the YouTube shorts just before it's bedtime, and next thing you know, it's 4 in the morning.
Right.
I honestly thought you were gonna say Man of War shorts. You know.
Caps, are you telling me that I'm not the oldest one here? Oh wait, I think Hunger's older than me.
Yeah. He's like in the 40s.
But yeah, this is the type of meme that I've been watching recently.
Oh, yes, my favorite.
I'm not seeing it.
I posted. It's on the screen.
It's on the
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
That sign cannot stop
Not
me
very
because I
effective.
cannot read.
Yeah, that sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Sitting there watching the not very effective button.
Freaking take a ton. Oh, I love this dumb thing so much. Like, the Tickaton memes make me so happy.
Me too.
Oh my gosh,
Every time I watch a Pokemon Scarlet stream, I hope to see more Pikachu memes.
Right. Let's see.
I'm having tech problems here. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back in sync.
Okay.
Explain this meme. Okay, so Tinkaton is one of the new Pokemon, and it has an attack called Gigaton Hammer, which does a whole bunch of damage. It's like 150 base power. The only drawback is that it can't use it twice in a row, so it has to use something else on the next turn. So in this meme, Tinkaton is looking at Gigaton Hammer and how it's not very effective against the opponent it's up against. It's just, that side can't stop me because I can't read. You know?
It's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, it's just... Because most of the time, even if it's not very effective, it's going to do a crap ton of damage anyway.
But even still, Tikaton's physical attack stat's not that great. But that won't stop it because it can't read.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's it. I'm getting me mallet.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, like, Tickaton has been such a massive meme this gen. Yeah.
Yep. Everyone loves it.
Like, so they one of the things that they did was in Tickaton's Pokedex, it says that it tries that basically it says Corviknight can't be the taxi Pokemon in the Paldea region because when Tickaton sees Corviknight flying in the sky, it throws rocks at it.
Yeah,
So-
it takes rocks and a home run bats rocks into Corviknight.
so they have to have a different Pokemon flying the taxi around. So
Hired a whole bunch of Squawkabillies.
yeah, so they use Squawkabilly for that instead. So somebody,
You know, the weird chat bot replacement.
yeah, so somebody put this meme together, and it's glorious. So let's see here. Give me a second.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
There we go. And okay, I gotta mess with the size on this. So in this meme, you can see Corviknight standing on top of the taxi, and then Tickaton underneath it, superimposed on Michael Jordan, and it says, "And I took that personally."
Yes. That's another fucking awesome meme that I love. And I
Right.
took it personally.
Yeah, it's just funny.
It's a gift.
Because, like, Tinkaton, like, on the overworld map, like, it's literally dragging that massive hammer around. Like, when it goes to sleep, it drops the hammer on the ground, it jumps on top of it, goes to sleep. Like,
Yeah. I mean, when it runs, it just carries the hammer with it. It doesn't drag it.
Yeah, but it's still funny.
It's Tinkatuff that drags it around.
Yeah, Tinkatuff drags it around because it's just not strong enough. And Tinkatuff's hammer's not as big either, but
Yeah.
But anyway, but like I said, I've been Tinkaton memes are hilarious.
Uh-huh.
They had another one with Tinkaton as Eustace from Courage of the Cowardly Dogs. Like, that's it, I'm getting me mallet. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I was just referencing that.
yeah.
That's it. I'm getting me mallet.
It like shows King, Corviknight in frame 1, and then the second frame, Tinkaton's like, that's it, I'm getting me mallet. But it's like Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog redrawn as Tinkaton.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
This Michael Jordan joke I've seen is in the second Space Jam movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh man.
I forget which one of them it is, but one of the Looney Tunes walks out of a portal when they're like at a really bad spot, and one of the Looney Tunes just comes out of a portal and he says, "Hey guys, you never guess who I have with me? It's Michael Jordan!" And it starts ramping up the music like from the original Space Jam, and you see the guy's legs go through the portal, and they're all looking up, and it's Michael B. Jordan.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
God.
Like, oh, I knew they were gonna do this.
Oh, jeez.
And
Hey,
Bugs is like,
Michael,
that's the wrong,
over here, superstar.
that's the wrong Michael Jordan.
The
Oh my gosh, so much andestite. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not saying that was the one and only saving grace moment for that movie, but you know,
Close.
it was the closest thing you could find. Yeah,
uh-huh.
Grief.
like I love the part about the kid wanting to grow up to be a video game developer.
Mhm.
Don't dig too deep. Oh boy.
Really? The salmon. Yeah.
Does Capitari still play on Xbox?
I don't know.
I have no idea what he's been up to.
Yeah, he's been busy the last couple weeks, but that's expected with holidays.
Right.
Yeah, I guess.
Guess I can just turn my Xbox on and find out.
I expected him to be around on the last stream. Guess not.
Oh my god. I can't get this damn water fixed. I'm so pissed.
Okay.
Why though?
What's wrong with the water?
It's like I accidentally harvested a bucket of water out of there, and it's like, like I harvested a bucket of water out there, and then it's like, oh no, there's, like even though it's doing this, like it won't fix itself. Like,
Yeah, I've seen that happen several times. It is stupid.
it's annoying.
You know what else is stupid? There being a pit over here. Where I was trying to expose more of this ground.
Or no, it wasn't that I put a thing there. It was that I accidentally put a block there. Is what it was. That's what happened. Anyway.
Ooh, okay. That explains it.
That fixed the problem. Yes, it did. Okay, good. It's just annoying. Oh, gross.
Bless you.
Ugh.
God, my left nostril keeps getting clogged
Yeah.
up. It's annoying.
Okay.
Another part of my mucousy symptoms that are
Yeah,
going on.
that was one of those sneezes where I'm like looking around to see if mucus splattered all over everything. That's not cool. Hate that. Oh, here's a bucket.
Oh, bitch.
Oh. I had one like that last night. I like coughed really bad, and a ball of mucus like flew out of my mouth, and I couldn't figure out where the hell it had gone. And then I went into the bathroom, and I looked down, and it's on my wrist. Like,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah.
It's the
And
worst.
I'm reminded of the infamous scene from There's Something About Mary.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
If you have no idea what that's about, be glad you're ignorant.
Yeah, I'm ignorant of that movie, and yeah.
Ignorance is bliss. I'll keep you happy.
Yes.
Yep. Alright. This is good shit. Hey, I'm ignorant. That's ignorant! Oh, man. Oh, man.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Only you can set the forest on fire. I mean, prevent forest fires.
That's totally not what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
Only you can prevent lost safety.
it just reminds me of that Beavis and Fire episode of Beavis and Butthead. Oh my gosh.
Nah.
That shit's so funny. Like they're like at one point they get to talking about Smokey the Bear, and Beavis is like, yeah, Smokey sucks, and Fire's like, oh, he's just mad because I killed his family.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh my god.
like, oh man. Mitch Hedberg had that bit where he was talking about how in England they have a different forest fire prevention representative. They have Smacky the Frog. Yeah.
Oh my. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Mitch Hedberg had this bit where he was talking about it. He's like, that's a good system, and I think we should adopt it because I've never once said, "Here comes that frog" in a terrified manner. I've never been out in the forest and went, "Oh no, here comes that frog." Yeah.
Bruh.
But yeah, because
Man.
Mitch Hedberg was a freaking treasure. We lost him way too soon.
Yeah.
That's how it always is. We lose the good ones way too soon, and the bad ones stick around forever. Every once in a while, one bucks the trend, but...
Mm-hmm.
So what were your thoughts on Pele's passing?
I mean... Like... I don't know. I didn't actually see anything about him passing. This is the first I've heard of it. I think I had people like saying like rip Pele in chat and whatnot right after it happened, but I didn't really do anything about it. Like,
Say anything about it, you mean?
everyone's got to go. Yeah, Barbara Walters died.
Whoa.
Yeah, she
Wait.
was 92.
Oh yeah, right. You mentioned this earlier.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Jeez, Grim Reaper
Saw that
really
headline
did go
today.
into...
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I guess we're even. You missed Pele, I missed Barbara Walters.
Right.
Guess the Grim Reaper's finished with his overtime shift?
Yeah, I mean, he just wanted to get a couple more in before the beginning of the next year, because, it just makes
Yeah.
2022 the shittiest death for celebrity deaths, shittiest year for celebrity deaths ever. Anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, there's really only like one that I imagine will cause me to really tear up when it happens.
Yeah. Your cat? No. Sorry.
He's only a celebrity in my
Oh,
heart.
celebrity, okay, yeah.
What the fuck?
boy. Jeez. But yeah. Oh.
He's a celebrity that, much like Robin Williams, has brought joy to many over the generations. And I don't want to speak his name for fear of jinxing him.
Yeah.
What?
You don't want to put the energy out there in the universe?
Correct, I don't want to jinx the dude.
Alright. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, God. Everything hurts. Oh. Golly. Okay. I think that was a decent amount for today.
Still about 12 minutes before the new year.
I know. I'm not going to end the stream until after the midnight hour, so I'll wait for the tolling of the bells. It's all right. Happy New Year, Goat Sacrificer.
Happy New Year. To you and my clogging nose and my symptoms. And the mucus that won't come out.
Right. Holy crud.
Well, the Switch is officially a big enough success for some of its third-party games to start showing up at Big Lots.
Nice.
Yeah, I ordered a new OLED Switch controller. I'm waiting for that to come in because this one's starting to get worn out.
Happy New Year, mildly disturbing Blobos mural. Is there a midnight on the Minecraft server? I don't know. Happy New Year, Black Mage mural. Oh.
Funny thing about Pele, I think he was the first athlete to get an endorsement deal with his own exclusive video game
Oh, nice.
on the Atari 2600.
Oh, how funny. Wow.
Now, Souls, you're talking about a Switch OLED controller.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need a specific different controller for an OLED Switch.
Yeah, my Switch is not an OLED though.
Alright.
It's just a regular Switch that an OLED controller apparently works on.
Yeah, because OLEDs don't use different controllers. They just have the same controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use the same Joy-Cons as everything else, except of course if you buy the white one, you can't buy the white Joy-Cons separately.
Yeah, but who gives a fuck about Joy-Cons, man? They drift too much.
Deja vu, I have had this conversation before. OLED, 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 OLED. OLED, OLED.
Whenever Caps gets back online on Minecraft again, I need to ask him to make a generator for turtle shell helmets.
Oh god.
I thought he was hovering
made one
around
for
the whole
fucking-
time.
He made one for fucking shields, for God's sake. Why not make one for turtle shell helmets?
You're just going to have to kill turtles.
Yeah, I know.
The Shredder
Just
just sitting
that. I
there going,
want to, not this game.
yes, yes. Oh, God. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Oh. Oh, jeez.
I'm so annoyed. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection is getting physical edition only on Nintendo Switch.
Oh. Sad face. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Is it like all the Battle Network games?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, technically.
Yeah.
There was a spin-off called Battle Chip Challenge that didn't sell very well because it was practically like a Mega Man Battle Network tournament.
Yeah.
But everything was... It was like a deck builder game, and you just let the chips fall where they may automatically,
Jeez.
literally and figuratively. You do all this sorting and organizing, and you're trying to optimize your deck of chips, and then basically you're putting your deck of chips to play against another character's deck of chips, and they just battle against each other like they're playing a game of war.
Huh. Weird.
And of course there was a couple of there was the one they released on the DS, which was like Battle Network 5 that combined both versions of 5. That's not going to be in it. And let's see, there is one on the Wonder Swan that's not going to be in it, and there is also the GameCube classic Mega Man style game, Network Transmission, that won't be on it. But basically, yeah, that course will, that series is, lost my train of thought.
It happens.
Oh.
Just the core games of the franchise will be there.
Which
Oh, Caps, you're talking about the Pixel remasters? Yep. I'm kind of mixed about that one, because I already have, like, what I feel is the best versions that I want of each game,
Okay.
1 through 10.
Alright, I found a page that has the countdowns for all the regions. Some of them, of course, have already entered the new year, but got 2 minutes. Oh. Goodness.
You have 2 minutes.
oh, I should go get the
All the
the
fireworks.
colorful fireworks.
Yeah, I'm not flipping off 2022 as hard as I did 2021. I'm still flipping this one off
Yeah.
anyways, because wasn't as horrible, but still too rocky of a road for me.
Yeah. Oh, man. Ugh. 1 minute to go. Yeah, I got a gift card as a Christmas bonus for GameStop, and I need to figure out what I'm gonna get with it. So, 30 seconds. All right. 20 seconds.
Once it's time, I'll release the fireworks.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Happy New Year! Yeah! Oh man. Yeah, there's already people setting off fireworks outside. Oh my gosh. Yeah! It's so American! Yeah! America,
I'd rather it.
Fuck yeah!
I'd rather it be simulated missile fire than the real thing.
Right. Yeah. Somebody, well, I saw this meme earlier today. It was like my European friend. What's it like being a gun owner? And he's like me, and it's that meme with the eagle with the guns, and he was like, America, fuck yeah. Oh man.
I'm gonna have to watch that movie one day, aren't I?
Yeah, Team America World Police is hilarious. Just feel like invading a developing country and taking their natural resources now. Dang.
Wow.
Dang. I mean, you know, our history though, but yeah, dang. So our store is right next to a Kiowa tribe office. Like they have like, we used to be in that space, but then we moved over to the space next door, and then they took over the space that we were in. It's like a place where the Kiowa tribe people from the Kiowa tribe can come and, you know, get their IDs and everything, you know. So it's a, you know, it's a Kiowa tribe deal. And there was a point where we were talking about expanding the store. And, you know, my sister is like, oh, yeah, no, it'd be too expensive to rent the space next door. I'm like, just make the people that are in there now pay for it. Just go over there one day and say, guess what? We're taking it.
Did she get the joke?
Yeah, it was a groaner. It was a groaner. Like, it's just, oh, man. We could call it Manifest Destiny.
That's destiny. There are explosions going outside my window.
So, like our history is just so cringe. Like, you know, anybody who's just like unashamedly proud of everything the U.S. has ever done, you know, probably has not really looked that hard into our history. You know, big banky, little bank, yeah. No, but anyway. But no, the people at the tribal office are great though. They sometimes, if we don't get there early enough, our mail will get delivered over there, and have to come pick it up. And they're always really cool about it. So, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, the United States has a really scummy history, and hopefully we can keep working on doing that. Any 2023 predictions? Oh, that's a good question. Let's see.
Well, they're going to be releasing the new remake for Kirby's Return of Dreamland pretty relatively soon on 2023.
Yeah, I don't really
February.
Like you know, a lot of that's not really like a prediction because it's like already announced. Or
It's already been, yeah, it's already been in the trailer. Yes, I know.
But like for predictions, how about Final Fantasy's Tactics remake?
Yeah,
And
of
that's
course.
not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Anyway, so
Shoot, I really would have to think.
yeah, because yeah, I'm
Well,
holding
since
out for that
this,
Final Fantasy Tactics remake, though, I want it.
well, since the Switch Pro has been officially canceled internally,
Yep.
I predict we'll see a whole lot more games for the Switch that have massive bugs and performance issues until the successor, until and after the successor, the true successor, yes.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of a no-brainer.
Why did they kill Switch Pro? A chip shortage, honestly. Nintendo was actually buying up chips like on the down low, like like they were chips that the Switch wouldn't use, but they just didn't have enough to do a satisfying launch. So instead of forcing it and launching it anyway, and then having people not be able to get any anywhere, and people selling them for $1,000 online, instead they were just like, "Here's this OLED thing. It's just a little stronger." Anyway. So yeah, but yeah, this.
Well, the thing is, with them buying all those extra parts and semiconductors and so forth, they're going to be in a better position to put together the real successor.
Right.
And
yeah, they're going to, they're preparing for something. Everybody knows it. So
Yeah.
do we get it announced this year? Don't know. Maybe not. Could be a thing.
not bloody likely.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably going to still be a ways out. We're going to still need to have some things happen in the supply chain.
Nintendo, however, is the most predictably unpredictable king of left field of the entire industry, which is why I love them so much.
Yeah.
So I would predict that most everybody's predictions will be completely inaccurate and blown out the water.
But yeah. Yeah, there is kind of a recession going on too. What are you doing?
Nintendo is astoundingly conservative, and they have a history of not having great transitions from success to success. The closest thing they had from a success to a success was back when the Super Nintendo released.
Yeah.
They had almost single-handedly saved the gaming industry in the United States, at least.
Yeah.
And the Super Nintendo did fantastic, and they were ever so shortly and briefly toppled off of their King of the World status by Sega, and then fully toppled and curb-stomped by Sony in the following generation.
Right.
GameCube sold like ice to Eskimos, despite Nintendo being at peak game production.
Right.
And then the Wii.
That really put the GameCube over the top was how many games supported 4 players on it. A lot of games on other systems, they would have, if they had multiplayer, it was just 2 people. So I think Nintendo really had a lot of games that really supported the 4-player thing on it. I've got a library full of them. So, but yeah.
Basically, we haven't seen Nintendo have a massive success followed by another massive success.
Right.
They've always seemed to have dropped the ball in some way.
The Wii was successful, but it really didn't appeal to Nintendo's core audience. It was really going after a untapped market in these, kind of filthy super casuals. Like people, like the motion controls. Like, here's the thing: motion controls was like the easiest idea ever to come up with. All you got to do is sit there and watch somebody who doesn't normally play video games play a video game, and they will sit there and they'll be trying to like move over, and like their hands like will shift over with the controller, like so even though that doesn't do jack shit on most games, so motion controls was just a super easy concept to come up with, and they had been tinkering with motion controls ever since the Power Glove, but they had just never had a really good version of it until the Wii.
Nintendo didn't create the Power Glove.
Right, but
it was a quasi-genius inventor who pitched the idea to Mattel.
Right.
And Mattel got the license with Nintendo, and they did that movie, but
right. But the whole point though is that Nintendo even before that, they have been still kind of tinkering with the idea in the background. You know, like that was something that like they've said in various interviews that they really wanted to do something like that since the get-go, and with the Wii they finally had the opportunity. Technology had finally progressed to the point where they felt they could do it and do it right, you know.
Yeah,
now,
the Wii Remote was originally going to be an accessory
mhm,
for the GameCube.
yeah, I totally buy that. But yeah, like anyway, the Wii, like I said, it was successful, but it was successful for a different reason. Like I said, it was tapping an untapped market, which is what brought the sales in. When they went to the Wii U, they tried to kind of get back to the original sorts of games that they were doing, but they still had like the motion controls there, so it didn't really appeal to either audience, if that makes sense. Like, you know, all the people who were like, ew, motion controls, and then all the people who were like, ew, not motion controls, you know, like, you know, so like they made a system that was supposed to please everyone and ended up pleasing no one. I ended up buying it because there were a handful of games on it that were really good, but then pretty much every single one of those games that I bought it for ended up with either a port or a sequel that's better in every way on the Switch.
Right,
You know, so,
and that's pretty much what they decided to do because of the fact that the Wii U sold, like, I mean, it could have been a Dreamcast.
right.
No, it could have been Nintendo's swan song.
Right. Well, and the thing with the Wii U, though, is the Wii U was the bridge between the Wii and where the Switch wound up. Because basically, people looked at the Wii U and they went, "Why can't you just take this thing and go?" You know, like that. They had that huge gamepad with the little screen on it, and they're like, "Why can't you just take this and play the game on that?" Like, you know. And so there was this thought process. You know, and Nintendo kind of went, aha, why didn't we think of that? You know, like, so that was like their next logical step, is to basically make the Switch do what the Wii U should have been in the first place. So I think, unfortunately, the Wii U just wound up being kind of a sort of a test bed for the concept that would eventually become the Switch, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the concept that like most of the things that the Switch does were kind of there. It's just that they didn't put it together very well, so it was clunky and not that enjoyable to mess with.
Yeah, they should have kept GameCube compatibility on it.
All right. Well, and the crappiest thing about the Wii U is that most of the games that were any good on it were like one-player type games, or they were optimized better for a single player. So it wasn't the kind of
hardly
system that a lot of the other.
Yeah, almost nothing really took advantage of the Wii U gamepad.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing. They were optimized for one player because you had that Wii U gamepad, and like there weren't like extra copies of those for everybody else playing. You know. Like,
Yeah, I mean, if somehow the Wii U had been a success, they had plans to produce more of those gamepads.
Right. But yeah.
But frankly, I think that they should have, I don't know, you know, one can dream
Right.
that they would have done full integration of 3DSs to be those extra gamepads and interact with the Wii U for some truly, you know, groundbreaking multi-screen games. Like, you could all play a real-time strategy game against a 4 versus 1 real-time strategy game.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because
or something like that.
There was a Fable game that was supposed to be that got canceled.
Fable.
Yeah, Fable. One of the games that Lionhead was working on before they got canned was they were working on a 4v1 game where one player would control the enemies, and then the other 4 players would try to storm the castle and kill them. And it was just a.
Wait, that sounds like what's that other series? Like Death Trap Dungeon or something like that.
Why do I think Nintendo rarely hits the mark? Like, I don't... Like, the thing with Nintendo is I think that sometimes... Not enough feedback from their end user. I think that sometimes Nintendo kind of ignores the feedback from the end user. Like, with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you could tell how much they were listening to the fans. Because, like, everything they added to that game was just perfect.
That's because Sakurai was listening to all the fans.
But there were still a bunch of negative people who dumped all over the game because, oh, you didn't add so and so. It's like, man, shut up, like. So, like, oh, I'm butthurt because you didn't add this obscure character I wanted, or you made Waluigi an assist trophy, like, anyway.
Nintendo rarely hits whatever mark you're thinking of because they march to the beat of their own drummer, writing their own music along the way, and the entire world's opinion of them can go take a long hike off a short pier.
Yeah, well, and the thing is that Nintendo, if they were just doing what everybody expected, they would be doing the same thing that Xbox and Sony is, which is just try, every few years come out with a new console that's just got like the biggest processor and the biggest graphics cards and the and that's not what Nintendo does. They are more interested in the gameplay experience, and sometimes they will come up with something new and innovative that is really awesome, and you see all the other consoles trying to imitate it. And other times they will just come up with something new, and people will look at it and go, "That's really shitty," and they don't really accept it. I think part of the reason Nintendo doesn't quote unquote always hit the mark is because they're not afraid to experiment. They're not afraid to launch something as an experiment and then fall back if it doesn't work.
Case in point, the 3DS didn't sell very well with its exorbitant price point at the time. And they did the ambassador program, knocked the price down like $50 or $60, gave away like 20 games, and they rushed out Super Mario 3D Land so that there'd be a good first-party title aside from Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, and the 3DS was able to pick back up from there.
Right. I mean, like I said, I think it's like I said, I think Nintendo is willing to listen to people on certain things, but on other things, they just want to do what they want to do. Like they tried the Virtual Boy, that didn't go well. They backtracked on it. Like one of the things that Nintendo is really fond of doing is when they're launching something that's experimental, they'll call it a third pillar. Oh, this isn't a replacement for anything. This is a third pillar. It's going to be the third pillar of the company. Right now we have two pillars. We have our handheld system and our console system. This is going to be a third pillar. And
yeah, they said that about the DS, but the minute that there was I know the minute that you put Tetris and or Pokemon on the new hardware, it's over for the previous one.
Right, but like I said, Nintendo is not, like I said, they've done this third pillar thing a few times. The Switch, they actually were like, this is a third pillar, like it's not replacing anything, it's a third pillar. But then once it was successful, they were like, okay, we're going all in on the Switch, and the Wii U can go fuck itself. And so can the DS.
And the 3DS, the 3DS they fully intended to continue supporting, but some of the projects they were greenlighting for it at that late stage in its life were just kind of baffling.
Yeah.
For example, ports of, or an enhanced port, mind you, of Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn, and what was it? Oh yeah, Luigi's Mansion, the original. And
that's such a sexist title. Where's Luigi's Womanshin?
What about Luigi's Mansion? You mentioned
Luigi. Oh man, yeah, we need Luigi's Mansion. That sounds like a dirty game.
Right.
So yeah, and tell me if this doesn't sound odd. They do a remake of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which is great. Okay, it's great they did a remake of it. I would have loved for them to do GBA Virtual Console on the 3DS. That would have been the first one I'd buy.
Right.
They never did that. Right. So I went ahead and I downloaded that one not too long ago. But they skip, instead of going for a game that really needed it, they skipped Partners in Time, and they did a remake of Bowser's Inside Story.
Right.
third Mario and Luigi game.
Yeah.
A game that you could already play on a 3DS if you had the original copy.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
And that game was such a bomb that it killed Alpha Dream, the developer.
Jeez. But yeah, I don't know. To me, there are some games that are just going to sell any number of times that they're released. And then there are games where if you want to sell them again after people have played through them the first time, you're really going to have to add some extra shit to get them to buy it. It can't just be playable on that system. And like you said, with that game, it was already playable on that system. Why did the people need to go and buy a new one? You know, so it's just, you know, yeah, like just so yeah.
There's plenty of quality of life or quality of game improvements on the Mario and Luigi remake,
Right.
and so everyone would have expected them to fix all the same problems and more for the second game in the franchise. But they go to the third one, which, when they did that remake, from what I heard, it runs slower than molasses going uphill in January with a headwind on crutches.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's just, you know.
I'm just hoping that Nintendo is smart with the Super Switch, or whatever they want to call it, and make it 100% backwards compatible. Do everything that the rumored Switch Pro was supposed to do, and then some, for the older games, and maybe shut some of these graphic whores up.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, Nintendo isn't making games for the graphic whores. They've said that for a while. It's like, we're making games for people who like playing games. And I appreciate that, because
Back in the Cube days, they said they felt like they were constantly trying to feed and satisfy a king that never feels full.
right,
And that was about the time they stopped caring about graphics.
right. So yeah, it's something where I prefer games that play well regardless of what they look like. It's always funny to me when people are like, dogging on Pokemon. Oh, this tree looks terrible. Look at the texturing on this tree. And I'm like, dude, the original Pokemon games were bad graphics even for that era. Like, they were on the Game Boy. The original, you could play it on the original Game Boy. Like, like, do you think
TI-83 had more power than a Game Boy.
Yeah, it's like, do you think anybody who plays Pokemon or has been playing Pokemon from the beginning gives two shits about graphics? Like,
yeah, I don't give a flat fuck about graphics.
So yeah, it's just stupid. Sometimes these people get all up in arms about graphics on Nintendo systems. It's like, you're dealing with Nintendo, right? They're not going to have like photorealistic bullshit for you. If that's what you're looking for, go play Xbox or PlayStation.
Right.
Then you could get in the chat rooms and argue about which is better, the Xbox's photorealism or the PlayStation's photorealism. Just fucking. They're both inching towards it. They're both getting towards the point where it's like they're gonna have shit going on in game, and it's gonna look like a fucking live action movie. They're both getting there.
Yeah, I mean, it was in the PlayStation 3 that games started looking as good as actual Pixar movies.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I've been here long enough. I'm going to go ahead and head out. Thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this special New Year's podcast, which definitely did not involve much gameplay. That was semi-intentional. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. And of course, as always, everybody has a great day. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year. Good night, everybody.
Happy New Year, everyone.